Adam. Masters of the bowl cut.
I love how in some areas this was actually, I guess, released as He-Man Masters of the in the Masters of the Universe.
I cannot wait to see people do the Office cut on like YouTube where it's like Adam from like or He-Man walking around like the Office workspace.
Well, it's funny that you said that in some places it was released as He-Man Masters of the Universe because there was probably about 12 times that movie where I thought to myself, is this movie just called Masters of the Universe? Or does they have the He-Man subtext?
I know. I kind of wish when it released here, it was released as that too, because I think that's what I remember it being called when we were kids and everything, right? Wasn't there a He-Man show?
He-Man Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, and when I had the toys and shit, like I knew He-Man, so like
the toys that like the head pieces came off super easily. So all my He-Man action figures, except for Skeletor, ironically were bald.
And then we were talking about how like there's those figures like the guy with the stretchy neck.
Yep.
And then the dude with like all the armor, Battle Cat. Like I had all those toys as a kid at one point. Like everyone, you have phases as when you're a kid. I had that phase at one point of like having He-Man action figures and shit. Like a lot of us did.
My parents had those toys.
Yeah. And then obviously it was a big hit in the 80s as well.
She-Ra and as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it started off with the action figures for me. And then I always wanted them when we went to the store. So my dad actually got me like the DVD box set of the full series.
Oh, dude.
And I would have that on all the time while I played. And this is just such an example of like era versus era. I would create these stories with my toys that was like He-Man and Master Chief are fighting against the Covenant. And like I think that's such a big thing that this movie does. This is what Barbie was for girls.
Yeah, you were saying that
is
earlier.
Barbie for boys. Okay.
Technically, this is releasing the same day as Scary Movie 6, so I feel like there could be like a mashup of the two titles.
What did they
basically
call that with Barbie and Oppenheimer? It was Barbenheimer.
Masters of the Scary Movies or something.
Masters of the Scary Movie verse.
Scary Masters of the Universe.
Scary Masters of the Movie verse.
Movies verse scary.
Yeah,
something
we're
like that. But yeah, so today we're reviewing Masters of the Universe, it's called domestically, and we have new guest Morgan on.
Hi, how's it going, everybody?
And of course Marty, as always.
Yo.
And I am Leon. And good to see you all again. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the last review we did was.
It's been Hoppers was not.
That was probably like in the last
Close
2 or
to.
3, yeah.
It was either Hail Mary or Hoppers.
It was probably Hail Mary. It was probably Project Hail Mary. That sounds about right.
Also another great film.
Fantastic. So good.
But we've been enjoying our early summer. But we got the big summer lineup of movies coming. So we got
so many movies.
Got a lot of movies coming up soon. And this is just the beginning.
Yeah, what a fun start to it.
Yeah, it was a nice little popcorn. Nice little summer popcorn action flick.
Absolutely.
Yeah, speak for yourself. My popcorn was gone before the movie even got started.
No, exactly.
Like halfway through, gone.
I didn't get to enjoy any popcorn because I had my tooth extracted.
That's not very He-Man of you.
It's not very... He-Man would have ate that popcorn.
So should we get into the like there's probably things that people know about this movie, and then like the things that people want to know about this movie, and I think we all can agree what probably most people are going in wondering with this, right?
What?
How is
what
Jared
do you guys?
Leto
Yes,
a Skeletor?
yes.
Is that
Thank
really
you.
what everybody's wondering?
That's what I'm assuming. A lot
my,
of people are going.
My
into
biggest
this
concern
wondering.
going into this was like, how is this going? This is another Mattel feature. This is their second movie, right? We just came from Barbie, which was such like a box office phenomenon.
Oh yeah,
that was incredible cinematography too, and like storytelling. Just like it really hit.
But then it had that whole movement, like we just referenced too, with the Barbenheimer kind of thing. That definitely helped it too.
Right, too.
Because both those movies did phenomenal at the box office.
So like, it's like, how is this movie? That was my big thing. Was like, how is this movie gonna be Mattel's second film? Like, how is it going to stand?
Very
as a
carefully.
film.
And what did we read
And-
earlier? It had a budget of supposedly 150 to 200 million or something,
Oh,
right?
was
Oh
it?
wow,
Yeah.
really? I didn't see
I
that.
think it was maybe even 175 to 200 million, but it's Amazon, so
Yeah.
it looked like it had that sort of budget with the stuff we were seeing
Dude,
in this.
Oh my god, Amazon, stop jerking yourself off. I swear to
Yeah.
fucking God, stop having Amazon trucks save people in
Oh
movies.
my God.
I'm gonna
Thank
lose my
you.
goddamn fucking mind.
And
Yeah.
here's the
Sorry,
funny thing about
sorry,
that too is
sorry.
like I
Ugh.
completely missed it. I was too like
No, that pissed me off too when
I-
they did that in this movie.
I was
Spoiler
geeking out
alert.
You're
too
not a
much
hero.
about Battle Beast showing up and just attacking in the real world that I had no idea that the Amazon truck even showed up until these guys told me about it after the fact. They're like, I'm so pissed about this Amazon truck show. I'm like, there was an Amazon truck?
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, it was so shameless and like, I really liked this movie and like I'll to continue off what I was saying, like I think as a movie, like as Mattel's second film,
Yeah.
they knocked it out of the park. It's
Yeah.
not as good as Barbie, in my opinion. Like I liked Barbie more, I think, story-wise.
Yeah, I
But
think that
this
was a better.
such a fun movie.
Yeah.
I
A
felt
little
like
long.
Felt like a little kid again.
A little bit long. I would have taken maybe a shorter movie. Please bring back shorter movies.
Yeah.
Condense your stories.
That is one thing else, because like as always with this, Morgan, I'm sure you know this too, but like, we're gonna save the since it spoiled it. We're gonna save the spoilers till the end and try to
yes.
give like our spoiler-free reviews until that point. But we'll let you guys know when we do get to that point, like that it's spoiled it time.
You'll be warned if you're lucky.
You will be
Yes,
warned.
you will be warned.
You will be warned at some point.
So
It's not yet, but you will be.
and we're probably gonna make little slips anyway. But
As
you guys,
always,
you guys know
it's
us.
so hard to get around the plot without
Yeah.
spoiling.
But we're not
going
gonna
to
spoil like a death
but-
or something, which I don't think anyone's expecting that sort of stuff in a movie like this. But like we would never do that with movies.
It's funny,
But
you
it's
say
hard
that,
to
'cause
dance
no-
around everything with a plot without slipping up on a
Okay, yeah,
tiny
there's a
thing
couple things,
sometimes. You
okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like even if a character gets introduced early on, it's like, was that technically a spoiler if it happened like so early in the movie, or if it was in a trailer or something
Mhm.
like that? But like, we try our best to avoid spoilers until that point. But not really a very spoiler like laden movie, like I was kind of
No.
saying.
I was
There's
thinking the
nothing-
same thing.
Nothing
yeah.
like too terribly shocking. I
Yeah.
mean, like, I'll start by saying this. I thought the Earth stuff was charming,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
but it stayed a little too long.
Yeah.
Just like a little too
just
long.
a little.
I thought it was really funny and pretty charming to see, the Prince Adam being an HR representative.
Yeah.
Because, like, watching that show as a kid and seeing how He-Man interacts with those around him, yeah, oh, wow, this guy is a beacon. This guy's a beacon of hope and good vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, now, fast forward now, 2026, watching this movie. Oh, I guess he would be an HR representative.
Yeah.
And he would be really good at it.
I think like I
love
liked
that
this.
too. I love that little detail that he's just really good
I'm
at
really
it.
good at it.
I liked the character. I actually liked when you get to him as an adult. I actually really started liking the character, and I liked the actor that they got to play him throughout most of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think, along with what you're saying, though, like some of the Earth stuff, I don't even think it goes on too long. It's actually pretty short. I just don't think it's very good.
Yeah.
It's not terrible though. It's just like it's so just by the numbers. That's where you really feel this Amazon thing, and that's where you're seeing Amazon trucks run people over and shit, and you're like, okay, let's get the fuck out of this and actually get to the Masters of the Universe or the fantasy stuff.
Everything that was Masters with, again, I want to keep it around like getting into too many spoilers, but like
Yeah.
everything that was Masters of the Universe related, I
Incredible.
loved.
Mhm.
And like it just in some of like the Earth stuff too, like I liked the scene where he was like in the shop. I guess this isn't
Mhm.
really a spoiler because they had it in the trailer, and he kind of like goes to
He's
grab the
tugging-
sword.
Yeah.
That scene was done so fun. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was really funny, and then the immediate repercussions of that scene
Yo.
I just like that.
leading up to one of my favorite scenes.
I like that. So he went when he was 10, right?
Mm.
And he is now a 25-year-old man. And I like the idea that 15 years in this whole new world, and he is still just as oblivious to everything
Yeah.
around him.
He's still got like his little kid drawings like
Yeah.
pinned up on the wall and shit.
Goes on like a date and is like, yeah, I come from Eternia. Like, there's this guy named Skeletor.
And I think like,
just fucking lore drops this whole.
do you
fucking
guys think that
crazy-
like that was actually kind of clever writing, or do you think it was that like maybe that was kind of a showing of like the writing not being the best here, but that actor just did a really good job? Because like I feel like it just worked
I think it worked.
with
It
that
worked.
with that actor. Like he brought like a charm kind of to the character where like you were kind of like, you know what, like this guy's likable and everything.
He's
Like he's
so
just a
good.
nice guy and you know what I mean? Like he's not problematic. Like just a chill fucking dude. Like
Who's happens to be from Eternia.
exactly.
Yeah.
And sounds crazy if he was to tell you his story, but like nice dude and like isn't crazy otherwise, is like very normal and polite and
It does.
Hi, sir.
yeah, exactly.
So happy to
It
be
does.
here.
It does ring a little back to Barbie too, where like, don't they like go to the real world
Mhm.
and that
Oh,
as
out of their
well?
element. Yeah, they kind of both have that like
Yeah.
They
out of
both
their element moment.
right.
Do you think Mattel like
she
kind of-
finds her place out in the real world versus this where he finds his place in the fantasy realm? Which is kind of a reversal in the storytelling,
Yeah.
I guess, from the first to second film.
yo
But I mean, it doesn't like my question is like, are they gonna keep up with these themes? Like, is like, what's another Mattel property? Is Bob
G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
is
isn't
GI Joe
Transformers too?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else is there. They're gonna do more
Uh,
Transformers then.
I know G.I. Joe because they're doing the Transformers
Joe's
G.I. Joe
definitely on
crossover
there.
movies supposedly. They
Oh
set
really? I
so
didn't hear about that.
I'm pretty sure the director of this did the last Transformers movie,
Oh wow.
which was like
the animated one?
Rise of the Beasts, I think, the live action
the
one.
live action one.
I didn't think it was very good.
I mean, it was fun, but
It was okay. It wasn't like
it's not like
it's not a worst movie ever, but it was
no,
like
yeah.
it wasn't very great, I thought.
Transformers is just a fun franchise, and like
You either just roll with it,
Oh,
kind of like
right.
Fast and Furious or
Yeah,
something,
they
or
literally roll with it.
Yeah.
literally,
Because they're
dude,
Autobots.
they
That's
have
one of the
wheel,
vehicles.
they have
They roll
wheels.
out.
They roll out.
Bro.
They roll out.
But they have all those sort of properties, and like I think they did. I think this is promising, and they can go a lot of directions with this, and they tease a lot of directions and characters that they could do with this. There's like 3 post-credit scenes in this.
Oh, I'm
They
so
they give
excited.
us a cinematic universe, basically. They're at least the promise of
Well,
like more,
yeah, of
which
it.
is
It's funny you say
I'm
that
open to.
because I just had this thought while we were just talking about it. What if Barbie and He-Man are in the same
Crossover
universe?
movie.
And let me explain my thought process here, right? So He-Man comes to the real world from Eternia, right?
Uh-huh.
Barbie comes to the real world from Barbie Land.
It's so funny you say
They
this.
both have like kind of a
dude.
similar.
No,
sound.
you're
They're
you're
gonna do a
100%.
multiverse. They're gonna
The Mattel-
Nintendo's gonna do it first with the Smash Bros movie, and then Mattel's gonna be like, we want to make that like crossover.
Literally
money. Let's
on
do
my drive
Barbie
over, I was like,
Masters."
are they setting up like I shit you
The
not, like I'm like
Mattelverse.
are they showing you the Mattelverse? Like, are we
Masters
gonna-
of the Barbieverse.
Literally,
Yeah.
like a Sweet Life on Deck. Like, what is that? The Sweet Life on
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana, Wizards of
The-
Waverly Place. Fucking, so no.
the Nicktoons
They-
universe, like it's like He-Man, like Barbie, we have to go and save Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
So silly.
So I guess we discussed like the plot. Was kind of so.
Mhm.
We discussed a little bit the pacing. At least I felt it didn't need to be 2 hours 20
No.
minutes. I thought this could
No,
have
the
been like
pacing
an
could have been
hour and
shorter.
50.
Yeah.
I think if you're going into this movie and expecting a substantial, life-changing, incredible script out of He-Man,
Yeah,
Mm.
you're
no,
going to this
you're
movie
going
for
to
the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
This is just a fun movie.
This is a fun summer
Exactly.
film.
And like exactly, so it's like you almost have to manage your expectations with
Exactly.
movies like this.
Absolutely.
And like I was saying, I think it's almost a good thing that like this guy directed that Transformers movie, and I didn't really like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Jared Leto was in this, who I'm not a big fan of, and just seems to like attach himself to shitty movies because Tron Ares sucked.
I'm just not
Yeah.
a big
And so did
fan of
Suicide
him
Squad.
in a lot of the things that he's done. No, he's not that he's got talent, obviously. And
He was
he's-
kind of good in Blade Runner 2049, but then like Suicide Squad and
See, I
Tron
haven't seen
Ares and stuff, it's just like
And as we said, he's not
He's
as bad
not
as
good.
other
There's-
actors in Hollywood as well.
Yeah.
that we-
One movie I really
you know.
liked.
But
him
he
in.
kind of is, because remember
he's
when he
up
was
there.
remember when he was Joker for Suicide Squad, he was like sending people like horse dicks and like
He'll
dildos
never
and
get
That's
shit.
not
over
the movie I
that.
like him in. The movie I like him in is
Yeah,
actually early
Not
enough
even,
in his
like-
career where he's
like offset. He was
No,
sending
he
them
was-
stuff like
he was
in
like sending them
character
like
still.
from what I heard it was like used
Used
condoms and like dead
condoms.
rats or something.
Ugh.
Like that.
Yeah,
Dude,
it was all sorts of
no.
shit like that.
But
That's not method, bro.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time before Jared Leto went a little.
That's
cuckoo,
psychotic.
You know, where he starred in a movie called Requiem for a Dream.
oh, he's in Fight
Mhm.
Club too.
He's in Fight
Yeah.
Club.
Yeah,
I never noticed he was in Fight Club.
yeah, he's like
What
one of
the-
those guys like that almost comes in more towards the end, but he's
No
like that one
way.
that he beats the shit out, and he's like, he says like that line where he's like, I wanted to destroy someone that was pretty or beautiful
Yeah.
or whatever about that guy who had like that was Jared Leto.
Well, I'll tell you, Requiem for a Dream, fantastic movie. Don't watch that in a group.
Yeah, it's
That-
not like
that-
about
that-
heroin and shit.
That's a solo watch.
Yeah.
Oh
That-
man.
It's a good movie. It's a tough watch.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I've heard that's really tough.
And he went from that to now being Skeletor.
No, exactly. So it's like the trajectory is kind of interesting of his career, and like he's all over the place, I guess. Like he's not we have our issues with him,
Yes.
but like he isn't a terrible
He's not.
actor.
But those
he's
issues-
got
just
range.
methods,
He's just,
so-
yeah.
It's like you don't know what you're gonna get.
You don't know what Jared you're gonna get this movie.
Well, we're
It's
gonna
kind of
put
like
those
Nicolas
issues
Cage,
aside.
where like Nicolas Cage can almost be
Oh yeah.
like kind of like when he goes full Cage, where you're like, dude, holy shit, this
Yeah,
is kind
but
of bad.
the
Almost.
difference
like,
between Jared Leto
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
Nick
say,
Cage
Nick
is
Cage
that
is
when Nick
a
Cage
treasure.
goes full
Oh, no, he
Cage,
is,
it is
too.
it is the funnest thing you're gonna watch. When Jared Leto goes full Leto,
it's
you
not.
go, what are
It's-
you doing to the Joker?
that is a good point.
It
That
is
a good-
not a fun watch.
But do you know what I mean? Like where I feel like I've seen like clips of that Ghost Rider 2 and stuff, and I'm like, this is terrible and stuff. And like I love Nick Cage, he's
Yeah,
amazing in
well-
Spider Noir and stuff, and like is an amazing actor. But I was just like
Which I watched
like
the first
it can
episode of
be
that,
it can
that
be
was
varying degrees of like good or bad, like the movies he's in though, or the performance you're kind of
Yeah.
getting almost. So Jared's kind of like that in a way. Nick Cage, I think, has much more of a hit rate
great. Yeah.
than Jared does for sure, but kind of
Plus,
similar
I feel like
in
he's
that
not
way.
as psychotic.
Yeah, just offset and everything too.
Not that like Jared Leto's psychotic per se,
But
but,
he's
I feel
definitely
like he's
weird.
he's to each their own, whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of had the thought because I don't know if he did mocap work or anything like that for Skeletor, but at the very least, did voiceover work, right?
Yeah.
So my thought is maybe Jared Leto should attach himself to more characters and projects where he's doing voiceover work.
It's
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because he did great. It's like
It-
to do a comparison in a way.
Mm.
Robert Patterson. I don't know if you've seen any of his voiceover work recently, but he kills.
Oh,
it.
it was Boy and the Heron,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, he absolutely kills it. He has a stellar voice, and like
Who was he in that?
he was the herring. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And-
Damn.
And Jared Leto, this is, at least to my knowledge, is the first time I've ever seen him do something where his face wasn't plastered on it.
Uh-huh.
And
Mm.
he killed it as Skeletor. Like
yeah,
it was
he did.
at first I was like, oh great, but then like he would do his little awkward Skeletor laughs, and like I'd be like, okay, no, this is Skeletor. This
Yeah.
isn't Jared Leto giving his own take on Skeletor. He's actually being Skeletor.
I think I said to Dan, who we've had on a lot of episodes, and I think I said it to you. I was like, I feel like that at first I like had my Jared Leto like guard up almost, where I was like, no, fuck you,
Jared Leto
Jared.
guard
Like,
that kills
yeah,
me.
like we're just like fuck you, Jared. Like, and like the first scene that he was in, like I wasn't sure how his performance was gonna work for me, or like
Mhm.
because they took an approach I wasn't from the trailers and stuff, how they show Skeletor. I thought they were going to go for more of an approach here where like they were actually going to make him kind of like very menacing or badass.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there is a bit of that, but like there's also a bit of like just like campiness and like
they really do
shit,
ham it
too.
up
and
where
hamminess.
where it feels just like the like original cartoons in
Yeah.
some ways.
But then yeah, exactly. The more I started watching it though, I was like, okay, not only is it like this kind of working, but then also like his voice, I like that it's actually kind of like it's not the original, but then like I said to you guys after the movie, I was like, I feel like I heard like a little bit of hints of the original in there at points though, but like not to a point, like I said, where it felt like it was pushing it so much, but like it was his own. But like you heard little hints of that almost.
Yeah.
At
Weirdly,
points.
I heard that too, and I also heard Mark Hamill's version too from Revelations.
Interesting.
in,
Yeah, I
like,
can
some
see that.
parts where I was like, wow, that really feels like the Revelations version. And they do a couple like plot points too, which I can't really talk to yet, but we'll talk. I'll talk about that later. They kind of do like some similar plot points to Revelations, where I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
No, but him as Skeletor, great.
It worked.
Yeah.
And they didn't shy away from him being goofy, which I'm glad.
Oh,
Because
it's
he
so
did have
good.
his moments where he was serious and threatening. But he also had his moments where like he would say something and be like, all right, you guys can laugh now. Like,
Yeah.
When I'm raising my fist, that's when you laugh. That's when it's over.
Yeah.
I
But I
don't think this
wasn't
is
sure how
considered
well that mix was gonna work for me of like
No.
like kind of actually being really badass and threatening at some points, but then also like just really campy and fucking goofy as shit at other points. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work for me, but then it did eventually.
Yeah.
And by the end, I was like, okay, this is like, it's not like it's like one of the most iconic villain performances ever. It's nothing like that. But I was
No.
like, no, he does a good job actually. Shit, okay.
That is a hard thing to pull off too.
Yeah.
which
Something
isn't-
else they did great with his performance was they did a great job showing off his frustration and like
Yeah.
how like he goes from being menacing to being like, you boob.
You guys also
Literally.
notice his eyes were almost like laser pointers, where they were kind of like
Yeah, he
like
had like
doing
beams
like
coming
yeah,
out
like
at
shit.
I
Like,
kind of
points.
like that.
I like that too.
yeah, I thought that was
yeah.
interesting. Like where it was almost beaming off the camera and shit.
Yeah.
Like
Funny
that
enough,
kind
you had
of, but
mentioned
not-
Jared Leto doing like voice acting roles or sticking to more voice acting
Yeah.
roles too. And the last thing that I had seen with Jared Leto in
Mhm.
it, because I skipped Tron, I
Mhm.
didn't see Tron.
Lucky fuck.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was, and I still won't.
Keep it that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna
miss
keep
him
it
much.
that way. But the last thing I saw with Jared Leto in it that I actually
Don't watch any
enjoyed
Tron.
was no. Don't waste the time with Tron. Just skip Tron.
Tron's pretty shit series just in general.
No,
No offense,
yeah.
but
I liked it in Kingdom Hearts.
The
yeah,
first-
no, like the world is really cool, but
Yeah,
they're
the
not
world is
the
fun
best.
for like about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why am I on a light cycle? Anyway, Jared Leto's the last thing I saw him in was Haunted Mansion.
Yep, that's right. And
Disney's
he
new
was kind of
Haunted-
like this,
and he
right?
was, and it's funny enough, he was also a
Yep.
skeleton villain.
Oh no way!
I
So
think that was the
maybe
last thing he was in, right?
And I liked him in it. He was
Yeah.
good.
so maybe he just needs to be typecasted as like
He-
skeleton
he's
characters.
he's got a type, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a type. He's villainous
Skeletons.
skeletons.
You just need-
All right, Jared, we're gonna
That's-
have you come in for
Actually, he was
Spy
really
Kids
good at
7,
those. That's it.
and you're gonna be the new skeleton monsters, the CGI skeleton monsters in Spy Kids. Okay.
The studio's just trying to figure out ways of like what skeleton.
If I had a
what
nickel
skeleton
for every
characters
time
can we
Jared
make
Leto
him
played a
play?
villainous skeleton character, I would have 2 nickels.
Yeah.
Need of 3.
No,
Really?
I think
There's
that
the
was-
Joker.
So I
Oh yeah, true.
that was an interesting thing though. Like I did know he was in this, but I didn't know like Idris Elba was in this.
He was so
He
good.
was
as
Yeah, I loved-
Duncan.
I
amazing.
loved him too.
He was-
He showed up. I immediately knew who it was, and
Yes.
I looked over around everybody, and I was like,
Yes,
I was just like,
dude.
it's Duncan.
Same with Tila too. I was like, oh shit,
It
Tila.
was just, oh man, it was just so fun.
Yeah.
They had a lot and I feel like they also did a good job at like if people aren't familiar with the Masters of the universe.
Because I'm not very familiar. Like I had the toys, like I said, but I didn't watch the shows as much.
Yeah.
Right.
So like I know the looks of the characters. I had some of those toys,
Mhm.
but I don't remember. Like that's why I thought it was funny with his stupid names for some of the people.
Yeah.
Where it was like, that's basically like me, like or people like me.
Should we explain that? Because I feel like that needs to be explained further.
Yeah, that's like not even a spoiler or
yeah,
anything.
no,
but-
it's not a spoiler.
So like how we referenced like him having these like kid drawings basically, because he gets teleported to Earth,
yeah,
obviously from the trailers when he's young, and so he wants to remember his like birthplace and his home world.
But I guess he didn't do his fucking homework. He
Yeah.
didn't know what any of their names were.
Yeah.
he was 10 years old. Come on.
Which,
He wasn't
funny
paying
enough,
attention to shit. He didn't remember a single person's name. He
I
didn't
don't
even
think
remember his
we-
parents'
Ram
names.
Man.
I don't think we actually ever learned their names either.
That's why it's like it kind of works though.
Fisto.
And it was just like this was a comedy almost for a lot of it too,
Oh,
where it had a
absolutely.
lot of comedy in it.
A little too much, I would say. Wait,
Yeah.
not too much.
It was like the
it was
MCU kind of thing, though,
just
where they
maybe,
felt
yes, it
like
was
they were trying to
MCU
Yeah.
felt.
do
and
that a little formula in a
oh
way.
my god,
almost.
it's not a spoiler, but they did a fucking scene that just like the trope. I don't know if the trope is just getting too old on me, but like I'm sick of seeing people slow-mo walk at the screen like badasses and smoke. Although they did kind of play off of it and do a funny
Yeah.
bit, which I
They
actually
kinda made
did
fun of
like.
it.
Yeah.
That actually did save it for me because
can't breathe.
at first I was like, "What is this, Guardians of the Galaxy?" And then, and then like they did kind of save it. So like,
I also thought the
kudos to them for that.
Like, yeah, I guess I can bring this up. I also thought the romantic subplot was like a little weak here. I was kind of like,
What romance?
okay,
Bro
so-
got fucking.
that's what I'm just like.
friend-zoned.
Ready? I'm gonna give.
That's
I'm
what
gonna,
I'm saying. I'm just like,
I'm gonna give
what
you some
but then
He-Man.
they seemed like they kept giving hints, since I was like, okay,
Well,
this is.
I'm gonna give you some He-Man lore here, okay?
You think they're slowly setting something up?
No, they're not.
No.
Because the thing with these two characters,
Uh-huh.
a lot of the He-Man show, there is an emphasis on these people. I'm sure, as you saw in the movie,
Uh-huh.
being Adam's family.
Mhm.
So the whole friend zone thing, I think, works
Yeah.
because even in the show, they have this like brotherly sisterly bond,
Mhm.
Huh.
and I kind of liked that they stayed true to that because it harbors back to the show and really shows that the directors and writers were really sticking to the
Understood.
roots.
Understood what they were working with
Yeah.
too.
Interesting.
That is. That
I
is
just
a
got this
great
vibe
point.
like they were trying to kept trying to do scenes where they were like saying like maybe there would be a kiss or something like that, but then and I was kind of just like, why do they keep going back to this? Like, I would rather them have just done it at the beginning, and then when she said the thing, they just left it there or whatever, and then you were kind of like, oh, okay. But then it seemed like there was like multiple points kind of throughout the film.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that's I didn't hate that though. Like I'm saying, where I was just like
Yeah.
one of those things where like we talked about. This felt a little bloated, or like with the 2 hour 20, I just was like,
Could have been cut back.
exactly.
in
Like even if
story
it
or-
saved like 2 minutes, like you got rid of one scene or
I
something.
think
maybe
that
had
kind of-
another draft in the writing room.
Yeah.
I think that movie could have gotten away with being like an hour 30, hour 40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. You could have shaved off a lot in that.
But all that being said, I actually didn't hate. I didn't hate their dynamic or anything
No, it was
either.
awesome.
I just thought because like I say, I think it is what you're saying. I just don't think they emphasized that enough, or I
Early
did not
on.
early on or something, or like even at a point where they should have, or like he realizes that point
I think it would
himself
have been
or
funnier
something.
if they made it obvious through her, through like little subtle things, and then
Yeah,
but like they made Adam oblivious like he always is.
yeah. Oh, like that actually was the roles were reversed, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that would have been interesting. But yeah, so like, what else could we talk about?
Visuals were fantastic.
Oh,
A lot of the
visuals.
visuals were
Soundtrack
really good.
was so
Soundtrack was
good.
amazing. Great fucking point.
It was so fun.
And then there was also like Allison Brie was, I think, in like Community and some
Yeah.
and some other shows that so people know her.
Evil Lid.
Marina
Yeah.
Marina Baccarin, Deadpool's girlfriend in the Deadpool movies.
Yeah.
And then I think that might be about it for kind of like notable actors that people would kind of. Oh, there is someone that appears in this
Jared
that
Leto.
we can't bring up at the moment, but I'm sure many people will. They make a little cameo. Someone makes a little cameo in this. I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
people can already guess who that might be. But
Mhm.
But also, I just want to say, Idris Elba as Duncan, that was a treat.
yeah, he really was so good.
He was
so
fantastic
good.
as Duncan.
And it made me also like when I was watching it, be like,
Drunken.
I want him back as
Drunken.
I want him back as Bloodsport again too, so
Yeah.
bad from the Suicide Squad.
Oh, he was so good. I'm sure they will.
And his character reminded me almost like of that character, like in this.
He's
so,
like a little more light. He was like a lighthearted Bloodshot.
yeah, like a more PG-13 Bloodshot, but it's like James Gunn's running DC now and also has PG-13 movies like Superman that he has these other characters
Yeah.
appearing in. So it's like, well, that could actually be a thing in the foreseeable future. So like,
Well, he's brought back in Peacemaker. He brought back like the actor that played Rick Flag
Mhm.
Jr. So
Yeah.
there's I'm sure it's not remotely impossible to bring Bloodshot back.
Yeah.
I'm sure Idris Elba would love to do that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I can't speak for the guy personally.
And honestly,
Fuck
I think
James
the audience
Gunn. I'm not
would
gonna
love
work
that
with
too.
James Gunn anymore.
I think the audience would absolutely love that. I would love that.
Yeah.
Idris, no.
No, Idris, no.
You must. He runs DC now. It's gonna be so good.
It is.
But yeah, I think that's kind of it for notable actors. But I didn't even know any of them were in this besides Jared Leto. That was like the only actor that because the guy who plays He-Man is kind of an unknown. I think I don't think he's been in many stuff.
I haven't seen him in much myself.
Yeah. So
I feel like articles are terrible. Like,
What?
I feel like with the articles that we get nowadays, it's just always like Jared Leto.
why are they pushing us so much Jared Leto shit?
on me?
The Jared push.
Not
just-
interested.
It's because Jared just runs Hollywood.
not
or
recommend.
something.
Lift with your legs, Jared.
That's why they keep Jared runs Hollywood. That's why they keep putting him in $200 million budget movies, even though
Yeah.
they keep flopping. They're gonna keep doing it too.
All right, we made him Tron. Who can we make him next?
What'd you guys think of like the score and like music stuff they did in this?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was
One of
so
the
good.
first things I said to Leon before the movie started, I went, dude, if this movie has the Hey Ya meme in this, I'm gonna. It'll take 10 points for me.
And let's just say some of you will be very happy.
Yeah, you get some instances. I'll say that much. You get some instances. You're in for a little treat.
But I feel like everyone was. It's almost like the Spider-Man, like them all pointing. It's
Yeah.
like people like just kind of expected like some sort of hint of something like that
Well,
in this
I
movie.
think
I feel like
Going into it, that is the question of: is it going to take itself too seriously, or is it going to have
Yes.
fun with it?
Mhm.
and like can it balance that tone? And for the most part, does a good job of balancing
Yeah.
that tone of like we said, like campiness, but like seriousness, and then sci-fi and like
Yeah.
fantasy, and like it does a pretty good job of that, and visually and like and character wise and stuff like that. I think it's doing a pretty good job. I think like all the characters that were pretty much introduced, I was liking and stuff.
Mhm.
If they were a character I didn't like, it was probably because I wasn't supposed to like them, like his boss or whatever on Earth and stuff
Right,
like
yeah,
that.
she
So
was-
we were all like, "Fuck her,
Ugh.
dude."
Every time she was on screen, I was audibly groaning. I felt bad for everybody.
Good
in the,
job
in
to
the
that
theater.
actress, though.
Oh, she was fantastic.
She was great.
She
Yeah.
was great. When somebody can make you hate them that much, they
Yeah.
are such an incredible actor. Or actress.
Exactly. So she's probably gonna be getting more work after this.
I hope so.
Yeah,
She
I
was
hope
like-
so. She was great.
She was charismatic.
Yeah, exactly.
I can
Because-
see her in a lot of the other types of roles too.
Yeah,
Like
because like when you have little screen time like that, but then people remember actually you
Right.
from this movie and
Seriously.
everything. You're like, wow, that character pissed me off.
that's probably one of the highlights of like the human realm for me. And
No,
that,
exact. Because like we said,
honestly.
some of that doesn't work,
It's
or
some
some
of
of
it
that
doesn't work,
drags,
but that definitely did.
and is relatable.
It's so
Yeah,
relatable, dude.
and
It's
it-
so relatable.
So yeah, that I agree. Like that was to me a part of the Earth stuff that was working.
When he just leaves, I was like, "Oh, thank God!" Dude.
yeah, that
I would
was.
have been out of there way sooner.
I felt like that was gonna drag on more too. So I know like some people, like we were kind of talking about how that does drag a little bit,
Mm.
but I think I was, and it probably does. But I think where I was relieved was that I thought it was actually gonna drag more.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because like I think like we said, like there's that point where like he walks out or whatever, and it's like I thought they were gonna like do this whole thing where like it was just gonna drag the Earth thing even more, where he was like not gonna do it, and like they were just gonna play that out even more than they needed to,
There
and,
was a
and
second where I
everything.
thought he was going to agree with his boss. I'm like, you're right. All right, I need to take this a little more seriously.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're just gonna play that out even more, and it's like no, let's get into the fun stuff.
Bring me to Eternia.
Yeah, exactly.
They knew their audience. They
Yeah.
knew what they wanted. People were there to see.
Can
Yo.
I just say, oh my God, seeing Castle Grayskull in all of its glory, the way that they
Oh.
did it.
Mhm.
Yes, dude.
Oh my, that's where I, like the second they showed off Castle Grayskull, I felt like a kid again. Y'all might have heard
Seriously.
me pop off a little bit when they showed Snake Mountain too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I went, oh.
Yeah, I did hear. I heard you multiple times throughout the movie. I kept laughing though.
it was like I said, I felt like a kid again. Like,
Yeah.
I felt and I feel
It
like
really did.
fun movies like this, that is where they will excel with an audience. Like they don't have to do anything crazy, but like
Mhm.
if you're doing something like He-Man, you gotta make your audience feel like a kid again, because like your audience is
Yes.
between I'm literally as old as He-Man is in this movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Your audience is between like the ages of like 25 and like 53.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Because of the, with the cartoon being from the 80s
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So, yeah, you got a big range there of people. Um, and they set up a lot for potential sequels and stuff in this too.
Yeah.
But I think we
Which
kind
I'm
of,
so hyped for.
yeah, and we kind of referred to that earlier. I'm curious how that's going to pan out because
Yeah.
like this supposedly had maybe even a 200 million budget, and this is on track to potentially be like third place at the box office in opening weekend and only make like, wasn't it like 35 million the projections were or
Oh,
something?
and if this doesn't make a profit, I can't see them making the second one.
Exactly.
Which is so unfortunate because it was really fun.
Yeah.
But the one exception I would say there of like us, or maybe there's still a chance, is this was originally supposed to release on streaming.
Oh, so this it wasn't even going to get a
Yeah.
theatrical release.
Why the
But
hell?
I think they switched that very early on, probably even before filming started. So I don't know if the budget changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it
That's
did.
so much
I'm sure
money
it
for
did
this movie,
change.
and like I get it. Like it's probably visually like very.
Yeah.
I mean, it was it was incredible. It looked great.
Well, I'm glad it seems like we're moving away from this home release for a lot of films, because like I think of something like Uncut Gems, which was
Mm.
incredible.
Yeah.
With Adam
And
Sandler.
yeah, and I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
love that movie.
I feel like it didn't get enough traction as it should have, because it was a Netflix release instead
Mhm.
of being like, if that was a movie that went to theaters, I think it would have
Oh,
been
it
on a lot more
was.
people's radars. Was it? Wait,
Yeah, I
really?
saw it in theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just. I thought it,
It
just
was
went
like
right to
limited
Netflix.
release though.
That's
So
that scene
yeah.
right there. That should it should
it
have just
wasn't
stayed in
in
theaters
as
for a
many
little bit.
theaters as it should have been. That's why it wasn't like a wide release.
Because like that's his best performance, man.
Oh, totally. That's such a good movie. And I think the only reason we saw it was because like they did it for the Oscars, and that movie didn't even get an Oscar, but it was like it got other awards nominations at other award shows, and they had like a 1 day only showing of it at the local theater that we went to today.
Yeah.
So like I was able to see it in theaters, but it was just like it got a limited release, so it was very like not many theaters you could see that shit in, and it was like it came out in like January or something
Yeah.
when it was in theaters too, so it was a shit month to see it. It's like January or February. But yeah, exactly. Like that is always a factor with these things where it's just like it's gonna really depend whether you release it in theaters or like if this was something that they wanted to just be on streaming and then they just decided to put out in theaters, then maybe they're gonna just view it as, hey, we were gonna release this on streaming anyway. Any money we make off this is just money we wouldn't have made otherwise because it would have been on streaming.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what would have happened, right? If this just released on streaming, this would be
Mhm.
my perspective of it, right? Oh, I'm scrolling through Amazon. Oh, what do we got? Oh, the new He-Man movie's on here. I'm gonna put that on my watch list, and then 8
Never
months go
watched
by, and it's still
Yeah.
sitting in my watch list.
That sounds pretty
That's
accurate.
very accurate.
Yeah.
Wow, it's 2 hours and something.
I don't have time for this. I'll save it for another time.
Watch this in parts.
But do you think it's time to get to spoilers, boys?
Oh, definitely.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really anything else, right?
Yeah.
But to talk about, well, that's not
Uh,
the spoilers. Basically, we talked about music and performances and story and
Yeah.
runtimes. So I can't think of anything else. So spoiled it, everyone.
Consider it. You've been warned.
Yes.
I'm gonna start this off actually, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
it,
of
please.
course, please.
Skeletor, canonically, is a Nike fiend.
Dude, that shit was fucking
That scene was hilarious.
I laughed so hard.
And it's like you said, you were like, he actually was kind of fucking like rizzed up in that
he
scene.
was, dude. He was seriously.
actually kinda-
They fucking killed that scene.
Yeah.
That scene was so out of nowhere. It was worth the 2 hours.
It was just, I thought
to
it was.
see that scene.
It was just so funny. He's just like, I'm gonna invade your mind and I'm gonna put you through every fucking earth insecurity you've ever had.
I'm gonna be the gym bro at your fucking gym, bro.
I'm gonna be the guy that you hate at work. And he actually comes in like, he's not just like, oh, I'm Skeletor, the real world. It's just like he's like actually like wearing like human clothes.
And I
as
love how he's
Skeletor.
just like, wait, where the hell even are we?
Oh yeah.
HR, bro. HR.
What is HR? Human resources. Oh.
Oh,
The one thing I didn't say this
Adam.
earlier about Jared either, is I found him a little hard to understand at points too.
yes, dude. Thank fuck I wasn't the
don't-
only one. I have an auditory processing disorder.
Yeah.
That was hard. Like, I usually listen to things with captions just because I love being able to understand what I'm hearing half the time, especially with dialogue. And a lot of the time they use terminology of their
But
own
you had a hard
universes.
time with him specifically
I
too.
specifically, the whole movie was like, what the hell did he just say?
Yeah.
There were a couple points where it wasn't even just him. Like there was a point
He
where
gargled.
Duncan said a couple things, and I was
Yes.
like, "What did he just say?"
Yes.
Huh.
I don't know if it was like an
Both of
audio
them.
mixing error or what, but like every now and then someone would say
And we
something,
were
and
in
I'd be like, "What?"
RPX too. That's a
Maybe
good.
Duncan-
Yeah,
audio
that shit's in my
theater.
ear.
Duncan was
Right.
probably just drunk when he was
That
saying
too.
his stuff, but
I taught you
Drunken.
that. No,
Drunken.
no, you didn't.
He was so good.
He
was so
was.
fucking great.
I love the drunken nickname. I love that robot too.
Oh, the robot was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love how Adam was just like,
This is my friend. Now.
yeah, exactly,
We're
like in
bringing you
prison.
with us.
But once again, kind of like we talked about with like, because there's two prison scenes, right? That first one and then the later one.
I thought the first one was pretty good. It didn't overstay.
No, exactly. But the thing about it is like, and there was less people in there at the time, but it was still like, so you put this fucking robot in there that could break them out. Like, it's just so easy to like befriend it.
I know.
And
Yeah.
then like fucking,
Where
and
was
then you put Duncan in there, who was
but I'm
literally.
pretty sure isn't that an actual character?
See, that's the one thing I don't remember. I
I'm-
don't
I'm-
remember if that robot is actually a character in He-Man.
I'm
I also
pretty
knew.
sure they're. I
I
think
think they're original.
I think they are a character. I can't remember their name.
The other
now.
thing I thought was stupid was I
think it
liked
is like
I
something
liked
like
that robot character, but then they also did this shit where they like killed off the robot, and I was like, they're not gonna kill off the robot. It's gonna
And
be
then they
picks
didn't
up
kill
the
off the
head and
robot.
the fucking
compute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and that's exactly
Which is
what
fine because I love the robot. The robot
I know.
had my heart. That made me sad to see the robot got
Same.
Yeah,
shot up.
I
They,
think
so I
that-
was ultimately
no.
happy about that too, but I was like, baked. Well, they always do this in these movies when it's the robot.
Can I?
and
Can
pick
I?
up its head?
I
and
have
then
two
just-
things
it's
because
okay.
I want to get them out of the way because
Okay.
I wanted to say them. The first thing was it pisses me off that MGM you did not use Cringer as the fucking lion in the beginning of the fucking movie.
No, they did.
They didn't. They did it in the trailer. They didn't do it in the movie. At
No,
least.
no, no,
I didn't see it. at
Cringer
least.
Cringer was the line at the beginning of
The
the movie, not
baby,
the
right?
end. Yeah, it was like baby Cringer.
Yeah.
No. The lion of the MGM.
Yeah,
That
was Cringer.
I didn't see Cringer. I thought it was the regular lion. It looked like the regular.
that
lion.
No, it was
Cringer.
Cringer.
In the actual MGM logo
he
intro.
went-
Yeah,
He went
Okay.
roar.
because me and Dan were.
Are you fucking with me right now?
A little bit, but he actually was there.
No, me
I
and Dan.
swear to God, you're fucking with me. My brain is having a hard time.
Wait, you were disappointed because you just thought it was the regular.
It
MGM
looks like the
lion?
regular MGM
No, it was,
lion.
Oh,
that was
and
Cringer.
It
It
didn't
was
look like
Cringer.
Cringer to me, which is sad
'Cause it had
because
stripes.
I was pissed
was
off. I was like,
green.
why the fuck would they miss an opportunity to fucking have Cringer as the MGM lion?
Because I remember Dan was like Cringer, like
But they do it in this trailer.
Anytime
They-
he came on
I've
I like
seen
screen,
it
clapped like a little
a
kid. I'm
few
like,
times.
yes.
anytime he came on screen, Dan was like Cringer. So
Yeah.
like I remember him just doing that instantly right when it
I
started.
love Cringer. Cringer's great.
But like that was a little cool touch too.
That was a cool touch. I did not recognize, like, I didn't see it in the when I saw it in the theaters. I thought they used
Mandela effect. You
Yeah,
were somehow
literally.
in another universe.
It
at
pissed
that
me off
time.
because I was like, why the hell did they have it in this trailer? Literally,
Marty
why
just,
wouldn't they do
Marty,
it?
Marty just temporarily teleported to another universe and was
I-
in
I was
another
just
bros universe watching Masters
somewhere
with
else.
them.
I was watching another world.
I will say, I wish Cringer was in it a little more.
Same.
I feel like he
Same.
wasn't in it enough. There was a point where I whispered
But
over
also-
to Leon and I went, dude, where the fuck is Cringer?
Cringer must
And I was
have
like, he's
been
gotta be
like a
coming soon, bro.
major budget fucking drainer.
Yeah, that's probably why they're like, let's put him in like 15 minutes of this movie.
Yeah.
Not even. He's probably in like 10
Yeah.
total screen time.
You got
right?
baby Cringer in the beginning, and then
Which
like
was
you get him at the end. And I'm
adorable.
glad they give him his moment where he's like, "Oh, I can't do this,"
Yeah.
and then Adam's like, "No, you're a brave one. You're brave.
But
you're a
he
brave
actually
cat."
probably realistically only has like 6 or 7 minutes of screen time, right?
Yeah. Something give or take.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
I'm sorry.
Video terminated.
Video got
Your video has been demonetized and delisted.
Goodbye.
Oh, fuck us.
I
Yeah, what other spoilers? Because like we were said at the beginning, I'm like, what
had
is
a
there
second
even
thing.
really
I
to
got to the
spoil with
MGM
this?
one, which was if that's the case, then my bad. Sorry.
Oh,
But-
they Uncle Ben his dad.
No. Oh, yeah, that was sad. That made
That
me
actually-
mad. That made me mad because it's like, what the fuck is Skeletor doing?
Well, I'm pretty sure he gets.
They have this thing where the characters just disappear for the sake of plot, for like a sake of like 2 or 3 minutes,
Mhm.
where it's just like Skeletor could have literally just come up and fucking killed both of them right there. but instead-
your parents in prison for 15 years, and now I'm going to kill your dad.
Instead, he just bashes him over the head and puts him in jail with all of his friends, and it's like, dude, you could have just killed them.
Yeah.
We just watched He-Man.
I feel like I'm
obliterate a room
Scott
of-
from fucking Scott Evil from fucking Austin
Austin
Powers. They, like, I just don't get it.
We,
Do I?
we watch him like obliterate a room of 30 people without like breaking a sweat, and then he just gets smacked in the back of the head by Skeletor, and it's night.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dude,
goodness.
give me your sword. See ya.
But that moment did work pretty well when like he was dying
Yes.
and
Yeah.
like
It did.
like I actually did
I
think that was a
felt-
good emotional
By the end
beat.
of it, I felt very emotional.
Yeah.
But like by the beginning of it, I was like, why isn't Skeletor attacking? And it's the same thing at the end of the movie when like Skeletor and He-Man are having their moment, and he stabs fucking He-Man with his own sword, and it's like Tila freaks out. She's like, no! And it's like, Tila, you're not even fighting anybody right now. What are you doing?
Yeah,
You're just
there's, like,
sitting there
Just
staring? Like,
standing there.
Like
I didn't see you
her
still
and
fighting
Evil Wing,
anybody.
literally, this was them. This is. Huh.
Literally watching.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He's punching the shit out of him.
Literally
He-Man got.
watching.
No, it's like watching a UFC fight.
But again, it's not Tila's film, I guess. It's He-Man's
Yeah.
film, I guess,
Yeah.
which is exactly what the fans want. So they know what their audience is wanting, and like, but like for the sake of story, it just doesn't make sense. Sometimes it makes you
no, there
scratch your
was
head,
little
and you're
plot
like,
hole things like that. But like we said, it's like it's
Okay.
Masters of the Universe, so
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
like,
it's for
manage
fun.
your expectations.
for
but,
fun.
like,
don't
Remember that
expect some incredible
scene-
plot, like you said.
Yeah.
It's like
remember that scene where he first became like he used the sword and like became jacked.
Yeah,
that was great.
Like,
that was great.
I think it was right before that or right after that. No, I think it was right after that when the sword got knocked on the ground, and he was fighting the thing on like that like catwalk
Mhm.
basically. There was a point where like that enemy guy just kept landing, like right in like weren't they supposed to? The whole goal was to get the
Oh
sword.
yeah.
Wasn't the whole goal of this movie for the villains to get the sword?
And they had multiple
And he
chances
kept,
to
like-
take the sword, and they
yeah,
just
exactly.
didn't
Like
take the
where Adam
sword.
kept being all the way over here, and the villain kept landing right, like basically on top of the sword.
You
and I'm
are
like,
preaching to the choir, brother.
did you notice that?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
kept
Like,
going.
where I was like, why
so
isn't he
many
just-
times.
I was like, and he landed on it like at least 2 times. So I want to say maybe even 3. And I was like, why doesn't he just go like, whoa, and then just grab it and then just turn around and walk away?
yeah, there was
Keeps
a
being
few times in
dumbass
that
and
movie
fighting him.
where like he got flung away from the sword, and like in my head, I'm like, oh no, someone's gonna get the sword,
and they
then,
didn't do that.
No,
yeah.
he's fucking. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna fight the demigod. Real quick.
yeah, great idea. Let's fight the demigod.
Yeah, so that was no, you're
Yeah.
right. It does happen multiple points too. But
Yeah.
that was definitely the dumbest, and I was just like, I didn't like that either. Like that was just to me like it's almost like when CW shows like Arrow or Flash did shit like
Yeah.
that, and it's like we know these characters like what their powers are, like what they can do or whatever. Like, don't write them like in a box basically, or in a way where like you're like this is stupid basically, and I know what their abilities are and stuff like that, and this just isn't doing it for me basic, you know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
let me ask this, because this is gonna lead into my next issue, or at least one of
Mhm.
the scenes that I would have maybe gotten rid of. But the question, I guess, is obviously we think this movie should have been shorter. What scene from this film would you have gotten rid of the most?
I think the beginning, like I think like when he was a kid, I think the kid actor was like a little rough for me too.
Really?
I was saying
I like that,
me and
but-
Dan actually like, I think we're kind of agreeing on
Huh.
that.
That's interesting.
The
Because
kid
he at
act-
least said like, yeah, I was glad when they changed him too. So he didn't say he like hated him or anything,
Yeah.
but like I think
No, I didn't hate it. It just didn't feel very He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and it does.
I think that's
drag
what
a
it
bit.
was.
It doesn't.
And
Make
I
it
didn't
easy.
exactly.
kid.
The kid wasn't annoying. I didn't hate him, but I was like, it almost doesn't feel like the character to me. I think honestly the reason they did it is he kind of looks like that actor. Like when he gets older, I like could see.
The transition.
Yeah,
of it.
where I
Yeah.
was like, I can actually see this if they somehow were able to get this, if they was somehow the same actor, like they were able to film like 15 years later or whatever. So he did look similar, but I think acting wise, I didn't get that it was like him
Yeah.
when he was younger for some reason. So that stuff was a little weak to me. And then me and Dan were saying it was very like exposition heavy too. Like we don't like when movies like how that started off and he was kind of like talking about all this shit with Eternia and stuff like
probably
that.
the one knowing how I got here.
Yeah, and it's just like
literally
because we were saying it's like it's not that hard to understand anyway, even if you're someone that doesn't know these. And then obviously the people that know this don't need the exposition.
no.
So it's just like we don't need that. So yeah, the beginning was like a little hard for me, and then I think even like the middle, but like obviously there's lots of parts that are working in the beginning and the
I have
middle
a
for me.
specific scene in
But I think by
mind.
the time it got to the end, like things were working for me more, and like I liked how it ended and what it was setting up, and like I walked away hopeful and
Yeah.
like and enjoyed what I
That's
watched,
good.
even though I don't like I said, I think it passes for me.
Yeah.
I just don't think I would see it again in
No,
theaters. I
I
don't think
wouldn't
I'd see it again
in
at
theaters
home either.
I might see it at home.
If someone was like watching it,
I might even get a
and-
steelbook if they have a dope steelbook. But
yeah,
like,
I don't think I would.
They're gonna have a dope steelbook. It's He-Man.
yeah.
But
they
like if
better.
someone had never seen it and wanted to watch it and like
Right.
I was like fucking sick or so, I don't know. Like there would be maybe some
Right.
conditions where I'd be like, fuck it, I don't care. I don't hate this movie, but like I just
Or
wouldn't
maybe
go
like
out of my way.
they do like the She-Ra movie, and maybe they have.
I gotta run it back.
Yeah, because
Yeah, exactly. Like
Right.
you rewatch
Rewatch
it maybe
them,
then.
exactly.
Exactly.
Or okay, so did you have any specific scenes that you would have gotten rid of?
I don't know if I would get rid of scenes specific. I think you had a good point with the scene you mentioned. I think I would just cut
the
down some
beginning?
sequences a little bit,
Mm.
right? I will say I just had this thought. A scene that I thought was really fun. It
Mm.
made me think of specifically toys. Was this? I know. It was the scene when they were escaping the first time after he turned into He-Man, and he just like fucking started on this bike, and he broke into that thing's like helicopter or whatever and started flying it, and it made me think of when like you would get toys that like, oh, I have this He-Man action figure and I have this airplane. Well, I'm gonna have He-Man hijack that airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fly it.
Like some wheelman shit,
it's
or like
funny that you
sleeping
say that,
dogs when you
too.
jump from one car to the other, like some impossible shit that like you wouldn't really be able
Because
to
that
do in
that
real
is
life.
100% the scene I would have removed from the film.
And that goes kind of into a bit with what I was saying. I liked that scene. I think it didn't have to be as long
It
as
did
it
not
did.
have to be as long as it did. It was
I like-
so long.
I liked that scene actually too. I just think maybe it was a little too long. Yeah, maybe it's like you said, like maybe it's just the editing.
Maybe it
like,
just needs resequencing.
Yeah.
I think.
yeah,
You're right.
like
I
some
think,
of these
'cause
scenes
it's
just
not
going
like
a
that
little
whole
too
sequence
long.
was
Could have
bad,
been
but
just a little
like-
bit tighter or something.
No, it was very
Yeah.
nostalgic in a way. It was just like I think of how long that ship was sustaining damage to it got to a point where I was like, oh well, this thing can
And-
tank hits, and I guess it's not gonna crash, and then like all the bad
Tila-
guys are gone. I'm like,
Tila
oh, it's
kept
crashing.
doing that bit too, where she's like, "I'm not letting you drive, Dad."
Shut up,
And it's like,
Dad. I know
I
better.
don't fucking need to hear her do this bit like 4
Yeah.
times in the same scene. Fucking move on.
Yeah,
You're looping.
where she's just
And the-
being a fucking
Like
bitch to her
He
dad.
just wanted to
it's
do
not
something, like, he's
it's
like-
not earned. It's not
Oh, I could fly. No,
You're
get out.
drunk, Dad.
She's like, fuck you.
like
And
there
he's
is
like,
aspects that he does earn that, but like he's also like
he's like, I'm gonna go help
he was a
Adam.
very proud man.
Can
you.
that
Can
Can I
fell,
also
like-
say this isn't really a nitpick though, but like it was just like
Trying to
weird, or like I
protect-
guess just like we said, like weird plot hole things. when they're in that prison and then like fucking it's just like, all right, let's get out of here. Oh yeah, that's my dad. And wake up, like,
Drunk
oh yeah,
Duncan.
he's here.
Like
And it's just
just
like, yeah, it's just
drunken.
like, what? Okay, it's kind of big. Like you just,
They just threw them in that cell specifically.
Really, she cares about him, but like also like the
it's
way
so
that she
disconnected.
is so
almost.
disconnected,
Yeah, it
which
was
I
weird.
understand, but like is a little like.
It just made me feel bad for Duncan the whole movie.
But also, you're talking about like a fantasy world that like really doesn't make sense anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like, you're talking nonsense.
Well, then it also made me wonder what the case is there, because I'm like, so obviously he's a drunk. I don't know. Like we said, so many plot holes. Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, because it's like, so he's a drunk, but he's also in prison. So how the fuck is he getting drunk?
He's got the
He's
little
like-
flask, right?
It's like he's
That's
just
true. Yeah. How
infinite
is he?
flask
They just
or
keep
something.
infinite flask where he
I
keeps
need
getting.
you to bring me the flask drive.
But then
the
not only,
flask
but then
drive.
not
It literally
only,
did look like he just kept like fucking
but then
popping out
guys,
the fucking.
not only that, but then it's like, why is she mad at him if like he's been in prison and is stuck in prison? I don't know. That's what I'm like. It's just
Also in prison for the people that like
protecting or trying to protect.
she works with.
yeah, why did they throw them all in a prison cell? Like, why did they get locked in that room?
I know,
Yeah.
like that was kind
Oh,
of.
because they were like, oh yeah,
over.
we need to discuss this. We need to discuss
But,
like this whole
okay,
mass, this whole. This
why do
whole
we gotta put them
power
in a
source.
prison cell? I don't know.
My prisons, we put everyone together.
We have to get out of this room. I don't know. This is a little.
Yeah, those prison scenes were a
Hole
little
poking.
big to me.
We don't know who this.
There's
Adam
not separate.
guy is.
There's not
Also,
separate cells.
also, I
They're-
think it's funny that like Skeletor like is just standing there like staring at the ship as it takes off and like flies away right in front of him.
yeah.
Literally like feet right in front of him, where he could also like I don't know like shoot a beam of energy and like shoot it down
Nah.
or something.
Oh yeah, the part where he like sees. Maybe he was just fascinated
He was
or
just
like in shock of like his abs and
He-Man, I see
his abs
you
and all that,
are
because he kept
sexy
didn't he kept
appeal.
like
Yeah,
saying
there was
little
like a
things
little, there
like
was a little
that.
tension between
There-
them.
dude,
that was the
I-
real romantic
Dude,
subject.
did you notice that too? Because at the end he like says some shit, and
No, he does a couple times.
Yeah.
There's, like,
Aaliyah and
two
I,
or
at the-
three
Aaliyah
things
and I
where he
were like
says-
joking about it on the ride home because we were like, did he like say like something about his like sexy thighs and like
Yeah.
his like
Yeah, it was when
the
he was-
sword, but and then like moaned a little like.
He like held him up in the HR room, and he was like you and your tight tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he was like
No,
a
it says
little.
like two or three things, but like
Skeletor be a little gay for He-Man.
he's
Yeah,
I'm for it.
I've heard like there's a channel I watch where one of the people has always said like they've thought that like in the cartoon like Skeletor felt like that about He-Man and stuff like that, and there was always like this like implied thing of that almost and stuff like kind of jokingly but also like a little serious too, and like they kind of bring that into
works.
this, and like
It's funny.
it's kind of like Joker or Batman
It was
almost, like
so
with
out
how...
of nowhere, and it made me go AO.
No, but you know how Joker like loves Batman,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
wanna
but
live
like
in a Gotham
not
without Batman.
sexually or anything
Right.
like that.
No, it's like admiration or
Yeah.
some like,
And it's almost
sick,
like-
twisted.
And I guess it is kind of that with Skeletor, like the opposite, because
Mhm.
he is saying like his the abs and shit
Well,
like that.
here's
but
the
like
thing, he's
it
the
does seem like
villain.
an admiration thing, kind of too, in a way.
Well, it's funny because there's a point in that movie where Evil Lynn is like, you have everything you could want. You have this castle, all this power. You have, and she's like, me.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
don't
like- he's
give
like-
a shit.
I
He's like,
don't
he's like,
care
get the fuck
about
outta here.
you.
I want
Yeah.
He-Man.
I want He-Man, yeah. And his
He-Man's
lavender
the
tea.
only man I see.
But yeah, I'm
He's the
for it, man. I'm for it.
I
Yeah.
love it, dude. It was
Yeah.
so welcomed.
It was
It
fun.
was fantastically done. I was just like, whoa, caught off guard by it because it's just like, I heard him say it. I was like, what?
I'm sure Fox News or someone's gonna be fucking coming out going like, "Oh, new He-Man movie. They're pushing Skeletor's gay," and
It's so good.
They're ruining the fiction.
yeah, exactly.
So
I feel like they're always
funny.
just calling out dumb shit like that, like
Oh, yeah.
or like you see that stuff in the news, or just Or you
running
even
around with your sword between your legs.
or you even hear it like just
Big
becoming
sword.
a problem in other countries where they have to like cut scenes like where like two gay characters are kissing and stuff like for certain countries and
Dude,
stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
dude. Steven Universe got fucking mad. Like,
Yeah.
like Russia would not fucking
I'm sure
play
some
it.
people are
Like
gonna-
international
Those
broadcasting
countries
Since this is
was
must
such
have
a
had
beloved-
a field day when Brokeback Mountain came out.
Especially
How do
since
you
this
cut
is
that?
a beloved 80s cartoon, I'm sure some people are gonna potentially be up in arms about
Razzle
that stupidly.
frazzled.
Yeah, we're all razzled about that.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was interesting. A little interesting wrinkle to the Skeletor He-Man dynamic, I guess.
Yeah, that was great. I loved that.
I really liked that after we get that whole like sequence of like him being the power, not the sword, and he comes out of it instead of immediately starting to mollywop Skeletor, he's like and he's like, all right, man, look, I'm gonna level with you.
You want to talk? What do you
Do
want to
you
talk
want-
about?
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna give you a chance here, Skeletor. It's not about what you did, but what you can do. So if you can do some good guy stuff,
Right
And,
after
like,
he
I think
became
we can-
jacked.
I think we can let this go. And he was like,
Mhm.
I'm a villain, fuck you. And then he tries like fighting him and gets mollywopped. That sequence of Skeletor
Yeah.
getting
So
mollywopped was
good.
every punch felt so powerful.
It was already.
I want to
it was-
watch that again.
It was good
It was
because like
awesome.
it was good because he was already kicking his ass, and then he makes some comment. He was like, "I was pulling my punches," and then he just starts
Literally, yeah.
fucking. And then like he does something with his. He gets Danny Rand's iron fist.
Yeah, literally.
Just
fucking-
the slow, it's like the slow motion of just uppercutting with the jaw and then
So
following and just
funny.
like deck him in the face. Like it was so
Start
fun.
Superman punching his ass.
I
like-
will say there is something that I had like kind of a gripe with in this film that I was kind of trying to watch out for throughout the entirety of the film, and I
What?
wonder if you guys also kind of felt it. Where, and I feel like this happens a lot with at least the more modern Star Wars recently,
Mhm.
where like Rey is kind of like a Mary Sue type
Mhm.
character. Like I was kind of worried that Adam would be like this kind of Mary Sue type character where he would kind of just be instantly good at everything he did.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that was the case until a specific point in the movie. I think like some switch got flipped in his brain or something, and he just instantly became incredibly great with sword fighting.
Yeah.
Incredibly
Well, I
great
guess
with
it's
fighting and like having hardness.
Potentially like getting Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, jacked powers from the sword, right?
Well, and it's that
even
exactly.
after that. It was
Yeah.
even after that, because even when he first started as like He-Man, he was having a tough time being He-Man, but then he
Mhm.
starts kind of getting into it more and more, and then kind of gets like used to it, I guess. But
So
like,
kind of like pick a lane, and if it is that he gets like just like also really good abilities from it, then I guess start off with that kind of on the bat. You're almost saying.
I guess so. I
Or,
guess
like, didn't have a
it was just
consistency.
more of an observation where
He,
it
like,
just didn't have a consistency.
Didn't fumble enough, is what you're saying.
I feel like he was fumbling a lot in the beginning, and then at one point he flips a switch and he's just not fumbling at
Yeah,
all
You
anymore.
want to know what that switch was? Skeletor's got my parents.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get them.
Which is not enough for me, bro. It's not. It's not enough for me. Like that's even more of a reason for him to fuck up at that point because he's got emotional like, and he does just go in and start immediately kicking the shit out of everybody, dude. And it's like, okay, this kind of almost sort of kind of hits that Mary Sue type switch where it was like, was this earned? Was this an earned like badass moment?
Well, I guess he's got the hair to match the Mary Sue.
he was great. Like I really do love all the action. I think it was really good, but like I think my one type of gripe was that maybe like it wasn't exactly totally earned in that moment.
I mean,
No, I get what you're kind of saying.
And
I'm
that's not
just-
the worst thing. It's a fun movie. Like I'm not trying
Yeah.
to super deconstruct it, but like
nor do you need to.
right. I'm just
I'm
trying to
just,
be a little critical on it.
Yeah.
Like when I was watching it, that was something I had been considering.
I'm just
'cause
glad he didn't say I'm Ray Skywalker.
I'm just glad he didn't say it's He-Manning time.
It's time for He-Man.
He did say He-Man
So, I'm
eventually at
going
the end.
He-Man.
I thought
though.
that was a good way of like throwing his name into it because
Yeah,
like
'Cause
this
it
one's
too.
Masters of the Universe. That means like I have a sneaking suspicion whenever they do the next He-Man movie. If they do, I hope they do. Please
I
do
hope
it.
they do.
Please do it. Please do it.
yeah.
Please do it.
I want a She-Ra.
They
And that
have
one
it
will
in
be
the title.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then internationally, they're like, "Fuck, what do we do now?" That's what we called it internationally for the first one.
The other one,
Shit.
the sequel in other countries will just
Masters
be
of
called
the
Masters of the
Universe.
Universe.
They switch it, yeah. That would be so confusing, but they actually probably would do some
I
stupid
feel
shit
like with
that.
the non-success that this is probably projecting, we're probably not going to see another He-Man film for a while.
Dude, I'll make it.
I think it's going to be a situation where
Unless, like we said, it was like already that was going to be
that
the
was
streaming.
expected.
That was gonna
If
be
that
the
was
streaming budget.
expectation,
Because I'm sure this will do great on streaming. Most things
Oh,
do
definitely.
nowadays.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
this.
Honestly,
know?
that could change it then.
And
Like
then
that
it
could
could,
change the
yeah.
projection
Yeah.
of it.
and it could definitely. I think you're right, but I think that it's probably going to be a while.
Yeah.
I think what's gonna happen is Mattel is going to change directions and potentially maybe
But the
make
reception,
another
the
film,
reception
their
to
third.
this could also really be a thing for that too.
Oh, totally.
If this gets like
If-
7s, 8s, 9s, then they might be
if
like,
they
oh,
see
maybe we should do a
profit,
sequel.
then they'll go for it. I
But
think.
if people are just kind
But
of
if people are kind of
so-so
about this,
yeah.
then I feel like a lot of it really does depend on the reception of it. And again, like the streaming.
I don't think I think
kind
if
of-
they're smart, they'll know that the critics' reception of this doesn't matter. It's like the fans,
Mhm.
whether
Well, and this-
how they feel. But
Here's what I'm saying. Okay.
oh wait,
Here's what you need to do.
also Dolph Lundgren was in this.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was the
the-
cameo I was
his-
talking about earlier.
We're just gonna gloss over that real quick.
Yeah,
No, he was a fantastic cameo. That was
It was a
awesome.
great cameo.
Everybody in the theater
the
was
OG.
like, "Oh!" Like
yeah.
even my mom was just like, "Dude,
Dolph.
fuck yeah!"
He keeps having cameos and things recently. He just had a
Yeah.
cameo in some movie I watched, like that
And-
was like the Nick, Dick, Don, and Alice one or whatever the fuck on Hulu.
That made me smile big time. Like his cameo in this movie was just like so wholesome. Like
Yeah.
his little wisdom that he
What
kind
what
of.
advice would you give me?
Yeah, it's just so beautiful. Like it really is like a. It gives this movie a lot of fuel.
Yeah,
You know. So
yeah, and that was early on.
very
too.
nice touch. I think that was very well
It was
handled.
kind of a nice little passing.
I
of the
would
torch
not have
moment
taken
in a
that
way,
out.
too.
That would have been that's always in the movie.
Yeah, that
in
was
the
a
cut
good.
of the
That
film.
was a good Earth moment too.
Yeah.
It was a nice little passing of the torch moment.
Rare Earth moments.
Rare Earth.
Do you want to talk? You guys want? Oh, the only other thing I want to say, but then I want to get the post credit so we can wrap things up. Is he got his classic outfit at the end too,
Oh
like the pink
man, the little
vest.
Adam Prince.
Yeah,
That was so.
that was cool.
Like that was.
And that meme we were saying that we recreated.
Yes.
Let me tell you guys
That
something.
scene was so funny with them all like, ho ho.
Yeah, we'll put that on we'll put that on the two
We'll
posts.
post that somewhere.
Social in retro-tainment social media pages.
Well,
So
Um,
good.
I'm gonna tell you guys something because I had this idea about a week ago, and I wish I did it. I was gonna show up, not telling anybody. I was gonna have a He-Man wig, and I was gonna have his Adam Royal shirt
That's
and I wanted to
so
show up
good.
with a bunch of bingo sheets, right? And I wanted to like before the movie started, be like, "Excuse me, everybody. Excuse me, everyone. My name's Adam, and I wanted to bring some fun into this theater because it's going to be fun. These are bingo sheets for things that we want. I want the He-Man movie to reference or say or do, and I was gonna have it have like stuff like heya, or and like Skeletor
That's
cursing
it?
the man, like stuff like that. And then I was gonna be like,
Just every single one says, "Hey."
and I wanted to like grab a bunch of stickers and I would be like, if you get a bingo, find me after the movie and I'll give you a little He-Man sticker.
What happens if everybody got a sticker?
Dude, pray to God we have enough stickers.
Yeah.
You start giving out posters.
That's
the free
something I
posters
should-
they had there as
Yeah.
prizes,
I
which
don't
we
think
got
we-
one
I
of.
don't think we mentioned the theater wasn't that packed. For
No,
this, which was kind of a bummer.
which is seeming like those projections might ring true, or might even do worse than those projections.
Mhm. But I mean, as always, and I'll say it before we end, go support your local theater. Go
Yeah.
see
Mhm.
the He-Man movie.
If you're excited
Or
for the
something
summer
else.
blockbuster movies,
There's tons of incredible
There's a
movies.
lot of good
like
stuff in
Backrooms
theaters.
and Obsession out right now. And
Even
Yup.
coming out soon, there's so much to look forward to in terms
Lots.
of cinema.
but if you're looking for horror stuff, you got that covered with Backrooms
Yep.
and Obsession, and also pretty just innovative with the low budget
just
and
new indie content.
Yeah,
that
and
we're
kinda
just
being
kind of
indie and
getting
everything.
taken over right now, which is such a blessing.
But then
'cause
you still got
it's
stuff like
refreshing.
this,
It's
which
very
is you
refreshing.
got stuff like this still too, though, where it's like a nice little
it's a great,
popcorn
Yeah, I had a
summer
blast.
start to the summer action flick kind of fantasy flick.
Well, And it's funny because the one thing I will say about all these horror movies coming out is they're new directors, but they're not only new directors coming out with all this stuff. It's YouTubers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have
Yep.
all these YouTubers who A24 or these other companies are hiring to make these movies, and they have such a creative new vision for these things.
It's so inspirational, man.
It's
it gives me a
incredible.
lot of hope for a lot of stuff that we have planned too.
Yeah.
So
Because we have a movie too on YouTube,
well, somewhat.
right, Marty?
Yeah, of course.
Last Brosmas on Grilled TV, which
Go
we
watch it.
which
Go
we
watch
shout out here.
Go watch it now. Watch it
Yeah.
with your family.
A
Don't watch it
classic
with your family.
Christmas film.
If you got
Watch it. We're asking you to watch it. Go
if you
watch
got a movie theater set up in your house, or even if you just got a TV in your house,
it. If you can watch it in the theater, play it on the movie screens.
if you work
that'd
at
be
a theater
awesome,
and you
Dude,
can,
I would pay for that.
yeah, if you
Actually,
can,
I probably could pay for that.
if you can choose
I don't
what
have
you
the
want to
money,
put
but-
on a theater screen because you work there, put it on.
Yeah. Just let me know because I'll be there for it. I'll be there.
Yeah, we'll make
We'll
an
fly there.
Make an
appearance.
appearance.
We'll fly there. We'll drive.
I don't know about
there.
flying. Flying's pretty expensive. I might drive. Well, driving's pretty expensive too right now.
road
we'll
trip.
walk there. I'll bike there.
Like Jules and fucking Pulp
My
Fiction.
bike!
Let me be a nomad and
But have a
we'll
Pee-wee's
walk
Big
there.
Adventure and make my way over to you.
Look, man,
Forrest Gump.
I
We'll
know
give
a
you a
guy.
sticker and we'll watch the movie with you.
I know a guy. His name's He-Man. Throw you across the fucking country. You'll get there just in
Dude,
time.
The sound effects were so good every time you hit a punch. It
Oh,
was
man.
so fucking
What
It
about
was.
those post credits though?
Ooh,
She-Ra,
yeah.
man, I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
I want more. I want She-Ra. That at least needs to be made, I feel
And
like.
then what was the first one?
I was hoping for a She-Ra cameo in this,
Who
and
was
I'm
the
glad.
character in the first one again?
Orko?
Yeah, fucking
Orko, yeah.
Yep.
And then the third
Which is
one,
like, where the fuck have you been the whole
That
movie?
was the first thing I heard Marty say when he showed up. Where the fuck have you been?
Yeah. And the-
I was just so, I was like, dude, you're so fucking powerful. What are you doing?
What's that chick that is
probably why they
Skeletor's
could dabble.
assistant?
Oh, Evelyn.
Evelyn.
Yep.
The
What a
third
name.
one's her grabbing his skull, so I'm assuming she's gonna bring him back.
Yeah.
I was so
And
hoping,
we heard his laughter.
I was
Yo,
so
so
hoping that
it's-
after she
yeah.
picked up his head, I was hoping he was gonna go, "Curse you, He-Man!"
That would have been
Yeah.
a nice thing after Black to do too.
Yeah, little reverberated echo.
That would have been, dude. I guess like He-Man wasn't a name yet either in this movie.
That's true,
So
yeah, so
they'll
maybe the
save
next
it for
one.
the next one.
Curse you, Adam.
Curse you, Adam.
You boob.
You
You
boob.
boob.
Yeah, his little things like that were pretty funny. Like once you
You
get to that
boob.
point, you're like, all right.
Once they started
you got
leaning
me,
into that,
Jared,
they-
you got me.
It's one of those things too, and I
That
feel
was
like
a belly laugh, Jared. Thank
maybe
you.
this is just something I feel like I see a lot of the time with Jared Leto, but I feel like he really starts off as Jared Leto or as like a different character, and then he kind of finds his comfort with the character by the end of the film and kind of becomes that character finally.
I don't know. I can't even describe like what he
That's
is.
I don't know if that
just don't-
explains it well enough, but
What is he in
That-
Tron?
that-
do you know
think-
what I mean?
Aries.
I
though?
do, but I
Yeah.
think like each person has their own interpretation of the Leto almost.
Sometimes he misses the mark
Yeah.
completely though.
That's a
That's
good
what
way to
I'm
That's
put
what I
it.
saying.
mean. Is like it's not always consistent, but when he
Yeah.
does have his good moments,
Yeah.
it's because he finally found like
Ground.
right.
Do you think it could possibly be that like there's just certain directors that he
It could just because
possibly,
he just went
since
out and
he's
touched grass
method-
that day. I mean, it
We
could
can
be
sure-
he
we can
maybe had a
hope.
good shit. I mean, like it could be a million to one
Oh,
reasons.
that shit
Or
was
when he's
inspired. I
doing-
think I know how to play Skeletor now.
or when he's being method,
Oh, that was a really good.
or maybe it's that when he's being method, like just works where he just works better as certain characters than others, basically.
Maybe
like
when he's not even being method. I don't know.
Just when he's not being Joker.
maybe it's that he's not being method with like Haunted Mansion and this.
Maybe
and
it's
that's why
harder for
he's
him to
better.
be method on, like with voice acting.
He said.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
like,
I
it's
should
harder
stop
for him-
sending my coworkers rats.
Yeah,
Just Dead
exactly.
rats.
His agent's just like, listen, man,
Wow, your
It's your
performance
MO.
is really benefiting too after you stop doing this method bullshit.
You know, it's been like 4 months since you just stopped sending people dead rats. It's going really well,
If we
Jared.
ever get the chance to interview Jared Leto,
He's gonna be like, "Fuck
I'm gonna
you guys."
drill him about the rats and condoms. It's gonna be nonstop questions about the rats and condoms.
I feel like that interview would just start off and he'd be like, I hope you realize, fuck you guys, like you shit on me in like every review you've done of a movie of mine, and then you've done other reviews that I'm not even in that movie, and you still shit on me.
I was putting myself in the shoes of the Joker. I'll be like, what
Hey
comic,
Jared, did you watch our Masters of the Universe? We didn't there.
Hey, you watched our content.
What comic did you read where the Joker jerked off into a condom and sent those to his to his coworkers?
He like actually like says something. Oh, that was Detective Comics number.
He has an answer.
600
What?
Oh my!
609.
All right, you know what? Fair
actually.
enough. That's my bad. I've been
That's
running
my
off
bad.
false ball knowledge these last few years, so I didn't realize your game, Jared.
Oh, you know what we should mention? You just reminded me.
What?
Oh, that scene where Skeletor like
Jerks off
jerked
into a condom.
Yeah, and sent a dead rat with his no.
to Adam on Earth.
You know, that makes sense. Maybe that's why the role felt
No,
so
the
good for
scene
him.
where fucking Adam, as He-Man, fucking kicks the dude in the nuts. He-Man nut blasts some dude.
And it was like, doom.
It was fucking beautiful. That shit got me so good.
Nut kick.
That nut kick was worthy, and RPX was worth it.
Yeah.
That's the
dude.
first
That
nut
shit was.
kick I've seen in a million years.
It's our little teaser for the Jackass 5 coming out.
Oh,
yeah.
It's probably gonna be plenty of ball kicks and it's getting us prepped.
That's gonna be a
it's getting us
nightmare.
prepped for that.
I'm gonna be cringing by the end of that.
Oh yeah. But anything else we want to talk about with this? I think that might be about
think
it
that's
for
about it for
everything,
me,
right?
I'm just.
And we're tapped
last
out
thing
at
I'll
this
say.
point, I think too.
Dude, I hope they fucking do something with that She-Ra
Please.
ending credit scene.
For real.
Maybe even a spin-off, or like if they didn't do
even
a
He-Man.
even
He-Man-
like
Her
a
own movie.
show.
maybe
Give
if
her
they
a movie.
even didn't consider, that's what I'm saying, like if they didn't consider a He-Man sequel, like maybe they would have him in like a She-Ra, kind of like Supergirl with
Do
having Superman and shit like
If
that.
if they don't do that, then they better
we
give
do?
them a spin-off
Right.
series.
all right, take notes, Amazon. This is what you're gonna do, okay? You're gonna pull a James Gunn.
$80 million, $80
You're
million
gonna-
per episode.
You've made He-Man. or you've
Idris
made Masters
Elba
of the
gets a
Universe
movie or a
with-
show.
with He-Man as the main character. You do She-Ra as the next protagonist, and then after that you go into the He-Man She-Ra movie. Okay, that's what you gotta do.
That's what you gotta do.
Idris
I want to
Elba
see
gets
Hordak
his own
on
show,
screen.
right?
I want to be.
Oh yeah, Duncan.
6-part show.
I will say, I think they kind of blew their load
oh,
calling this first movie Masters of the Universe, because they could have done He-Man, they could have done She-Ra, and then they could have done Masters of the Universe.
you
to
know
finish up
what
the
was a
trilogy.
nice
Well, they
Easter
did
egg?
blow their load. Jared did.
Quite a few
Yeah,
times.
he did quite a few
actually.
times actually. Yeah. They did a nice little Easter egg, and I'll leave this off because this is the last thing I got. But
Okay.
like, there was the comic book store or whatever it was that
So
he goes
cool.
to, which I want to mention outside of
That looked really cool.
that was a great scene.
Yeah.
I liked that scene. Keep that scene. The name of that store was, if I read it correctly, and I'm pretty sure I did, it was called the Fright Zone,
Huh.
Yeah.
which is a reference to She-Ra and Hordak. I'm pretty sure his
Okay.
land is the Fright Zone. I'm pretty sure.
You think there's a lot of like little Easter
So
eggs
there's
like
like a
that
lot
in
of
here?
potential little Easter eggs in there that
Okay.
I just maybe didn't see.
So kinda
or
like you said
notice. Like that was a
earlier-
hard one to notice. I was like, the name of the fucking place.
It would
like,
benefit like from a home viewing where you could pause it and
Not
like,
everybody
Well,
would know.
and that's a good scene to actually pause a lot, because like that scene being a comic book shop, they did not shy away from that. You looked in the back. If you looked in the background of things, you would find like there was a Jean Grey figure at one point.
Dude,
was
there was a
there was-
Majora's Mask
I think-
poster. I was like,
Yeah, I think they had video
How the
games
fuck did they
too,
get,
I
it was
like,
so
saw.
cool. There was like
Majora's Mask. In
they
this.
used
That's-
actual like IP figurines and such in the background. I wonder if they were like
Nintendo's so
what if they were
protective,
Mattel,
like, I feel like-
fucking licensed or something like that. But
Yeah.
I really like that detail because it actually felt like a comic book shop.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
for real.
I was when I looked at Dan at that point and we were like had an exchange and we were like kind of like almost like what Newberry Comics used to be like,
Yeah.
like when they had like used shit and
Dude,
stuff.
That's
too.
another great
Luffy
question.
behind him.
Is there like a year or like so that you can like pin down for this Earth
Oh, like
era
No.
that he
I think
lives
it's
in?
current.
Because I don't think.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
I think
yeah,
it has
just
to be
current.
current, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2026 or so.
Or just like
Everybody pulled up their iPhones.
Right,
So.
yeah.
And they looked like the new
Exactly.
iPhones. I'm pretty sure it's current. Like they had like iPhone like 16.
Was there any like
17.
vehicles that like gave it away or like anything?
Yeah, dude. Somebody
that,
had a
like...
Cybertruck.
Okay, cool.
No, I'm just fucking with you. I didn't see a Cybertruck.
Adam drove a Cybertruck.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
At one point, I was like, "Oh, dude, He-Man drives a Subaru."
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a safe
What is
car.
this, a Lexus ad?
It was kind of beat up though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Like-
from all that. He couldn't drive properly. That was actually
Yeah.
that was a pretty funny bit. Just like there's a point where He-Man gets into a car and I think he puts it in neutral and tries to like go forward. He's like, oh, you big goof. You didn't that's not right.
That's what I'm saying. Is like little stuff like that. I don't know if it was someone else if that would have worked as well. So like they did a good job casting
Yeah.
this guy
Yeah.
as He-Man.
He did a great job. I have we said his name yet? I
No.
don't know
No.
his fucking name.
It's not on the poster.
Put
so
his
that's
put his
their
name
fault.
somewhere. Put his name
Why
like
the hell?
I'm pointing right here. Flash his name on the screen right here. And then put like right here, put like a still image of him just smiling. Something.
The editor, which is me, I don't know if he's gonna do that.
Hey, you know what? That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
He might be too tired when he's editing this.
Hey.
Right after this, potentially.
Literally
Well,
at
well,
3 in the morning.
we'll
Hey, I feel that. I'm
We'll
gonna
put
go
his name
home and do some
somewhere.
editing
See.
too.
Put his name somewhere.
Okay,
We
his
will do
name.
that.
I got you guys. I am so on it. His name
Is He-Man.
Nicholas Galitzine. I'm sorry if I fucked your name up.
Dude, we might have butchered your name, but congratulations, Nicholas. You were
We
a
liked you.
fantastic He-Man. live
Let me
action
get the
guy.
pronunciation.
I think he
Hold
was
on.
actually the best cast of this movie. Casted person
Nicholas
of this movie besides
Galitzine.
Idris Elba and Jared.
I agree with that.
Like
He was great.
3 best right there.
Yeah.
It's Galitzine.
Hmm.
Scene. Galitzine.
Galaxy.
Interesting.
Okay.
So Nicholas Galitzine.
And he's like a pretty newcomer, right?
He's very new.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Because I've never heard of him or seen him in anything either.
No.
But yeah, if you like He-Man, I think you'll like this for He-Man fans. And if you kind of just had the toys like I did, and you have managed expectations, I think this could be a fun little start to like a summer blockbuster kind of popcorn flick. But yeah, I think people will like this one. Hope it does well, because like I said,
Me
I think
too.
by the end I saw potential for where they could go with this.
Same.
And I like the characters, I think, which was a really important thing with this, and making you want a sequel, or even if you had other problems with it, like if you're like, I like the characters,
Let's see
though,
where
and
this is
stuff.
going.
Yeah, like I'd like to see them again or whatever. So I'm interested, see where they go from here. Hope this isn't a total flop.
Same.
Have my problems with it, but like I hope most people have fun with this, and
Give more budget
in
to
the
my
minority.
bro, Cringer.
Yeah.
Give Cringer more budget.
Give Cringer
Yeah.
more time.
he got his armor at the end.
He did. He got
That's
his
all I
fucking
wanted.
armor.
Looked
That was
badass,
awesome.
too.
Yeah.
I was at one point in the movie I went, "Hey man, show me Cringer's battle cat armor and my life is yours." 5 minutes. So good. That was so fucking awesome.
But thanks for watching, guys, and thank
Yes.
you, Morgan, and thank you, Marty, for joining me, or should I
Thanks
say,
for having me.
Brogan?
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome to the crew.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I had a lot
Have
of
you
fun
on
talking
more
about
episodes?
He-Man.
You've been on episodes before, and you've been with us for a while too. So
Yeah.
it's glad
Yeah,
to
I'm
have
just like
you.
kind of
be-
like Dracula, what they do
be
in the
back.
shadows type shit. Like I'm
Yes.
there, but where?
Yeah.
He'll appear,
You'll see me from time to time.
You like Dracula.
he'll appear again, maybe even soon.
Yeah. More episodes and more things.
But thanks for watching, guys. We love you as always, and as per usual, if you want to find us here at Two Pose in a Pod or retro-TAINMENT, you can find us on YouTube at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV Studios, Facebook at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV, Instagram at Two Pose in a Pod and Borges and L and Grill TV Official, X at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV, TikTok at retro-TAINMENT and Grill TV, and also you can listen to Two Pose in a Pod on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, CastBox, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, Overcast, and Pocket Casts.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
And don't forget to watch on Spotify.
And Spotify. Thank you,
if
Marty.
you're not watching it on Spotify already.
Thank you very much, because I always forget to add that one, and that's where our video is only
Literally
available.
always available on, so
Wow.
So that's an important one to mention.
can't
That's
forget
the
to
important
mention
one
the
to
Yes.
one and only.
Yes, and I still haven't written it down at the bottom there, like a fucking Kleebach.
Hey, you know what?
But-
Dude, I
That's
got you,
totally
bro.
Okay.
That's what bros
totally
are for.
That's what we're here for.
But yeah, love you guys, and we will see you on the next one.
Have a very He-Man afternoon, night, day
Yes.
cycle. Yeah.
Ride around on your cringer.
Yes.
Right around your creature.
Your dog.
Go get some Dunkin' Donuts.
Ride around on your dog like it's Cringer.
Eternia runs on Duncan.
Eternia runs on Cringer.